Alright, hey, how's it going everyone? Today, I did film a part before I'm shooting this now, and my face just wasn't in it at all. And obviously you guys are here to see my beautiful, pale complexion. Anyways, today I'm going to be teaching you, or trying to teach you how to make a transverse scraper out of a not so great piece of Onondaga shirt with nothing more than a simple cow bone. So yeah, um, before I cut into it, you can see how much I've used it. Usually the Neanderthals that made this, they'd split it, and then they'd actually just use like the little individual fragments to make these kind of tools. So this is technically it's a racloir would be the layman's term for it, or the overall just generalization of this type of point. These showed up, I would say, just going off the top of my head, I could be wrong. I'll correct myself in the description. But they showed up around the time of the proto-Neanderthals, or Homo heidelbergensis, and then the Neanderthals sort of uh, really started using them. So these are super, super common in Mousterian or Middle Paleolithic layers, and very, very common when those layers are mostly Neanderthal. But yeah, so enjoy today's video. Please like and subscribe and share the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Alright, welcome to part 2. Um, I apologize for any background noise, but today I'm gonna try to teach you guys for the first time. Proper teaching. Okay, so you see how it has a sort of like a U shape? I don't really know what you would call that. So what you want to do is you want to, well, I'll just draw on it. It doesn't really matter, right? So since this right here, one second, let me find something sharp. Okay, sorry about this. This will do. Okay, you see right here how that is lower or higher than these two? Well, these spots, okay, so the signs are higher than the middle. So what you're gonna do, let's see. So what you're going to do is you're actually going to start by just targeting these spots. And you're going to want to raise it so the center line on here, on these parts, begin to match the middle. So this that will disappear, and you're going to try to round it out. So here's the one I showed you in the first clip where I didn't even bother showing my face. And overall, you're going to want it to be round, or you're going to want it to be flat. The only examples I have, they're relatively flat. They don't really have a curve to them. But the one I have has a slight curvature to this. This could be used as both a side scraper and a concave. What is it called? I don't want to talk properly right now. I'll go read and I'll add a part 3. It doesn't matter. I can give you the proper typology or lithology or whatever it's called in the end. Again, I'm not a professional. I don't know all the proper terms. And what you'll notice, sorry for ranting, but whatever. What you'll notice is no flakes were taken off of this side. Only on the working edge. So, there you go. As you can see the scar patterns are there, but they are not present on this end. You can only see the ripple effect. So that's where the hammerstone struck, and you see the little lines. I don't remember what that's called, but it's like a wave, like a shock wave going through the rock. There you can see the scar patterns. Then there's the working edge. Now, you should just be able to rub this across your skin without cutting yourself, because when these are most commonly used for working hides, and that's the not overwhelming theory, the general consensus of what these were used for was mostly for working hides, but there is evidence that they were used for other things, like I mentioned in part 1. Now I'll show you the tool. So here is the tool. It's a simple cow bone. So I'm just looking at it, trying to decide which end I would rather have as the tool part. So I'm thinking, we're gonna strike downwards from here, so we'll get started on that. Now you can see these don't last very long. The Neanderthals that used tools like these, I imagine that they were on-the-go tools. They weren't like, I'm going to carry this everywhere until it wears out kind of thing. I imagine that they were frequently replacing these types of tools. And they also were not cut with modern saws. That's just unfortunately not something I have access to right now. Dead cows and such. So this is Onondaga chert. It will probably fracture. I can see here that looks like a freeze pop, and it's a little crusty in here, so sorry about that. So there is a slight possibility that this will fracture, but it feels nice and sturdy. If you listen to it, you can tell if it's going to break or not. I would say expect it to break. That's why I don't really care as much anymore. When I started, I used to think, oh, I'm going to get this, but since then I've sort of just decided expect it to break, especially when napping stuff like Onondaga. So anyways, enough talk, let's get into the flint napping. So literally, you're just smacking it. See? And it takes... Oh no, it's been lost in the rabbit hide. I wanted to show... Oh, there's one. You can see it takes off pretty decent sized flakes. It's almost like a cross between a hammerstone and a deer billet, or deer antler billet. Yeah, billet. I guess that's what they call it. I haven't really brushed up on my napping terminology, I guess. Now here you can see where it was crusty. See how the flakes are stopping? It's because there's a freeze crack. You can see it right there. That's where the freeze crack is. So we're not going to work there, but you can see just with those few strikes, it's already raised it to almost the exact same center line. Now if I strike here, you'll see, take a before and after picture. Okay, there's one picture. So after I take a few strikes off of there, you'll notice that the center line will almost be completely straight. Sorry, just gotta adjust my leg. Alright. I'm trying to get an angle where you guys can see. And with Onondaga, you really gotta be quick and precise. And you gotta hit it hard. So there you go. Decent flake. I don't see very many people using deer bones, so there you go. Now those last two flakes, these could be used as simple tools. I'll show you real quick. Piece of simple dried wood. You just take it. There you go. You got some wood shavings. start a fire. You need way more than that, but you guys get it. You guys are smart. Smarter than I am. That's for sure. So there you go. There's just a little bit of the black marker left on both sides, so it's not important. Because again, this is just a learner piece. Or a teacher piece. I'm trying to watch the camera so you guys can see what I'm doing. See that? Are you really Flint Knapping if you're not drawing blood? Speaking of blood, go donate. Especially if you're Canadian. I donate once a month. You guys should too. Anyways. Well, there's going to be blood in the video now, so just get over it. Now, we'll take a picture real quick. Now you can see the center line is nearly perfect. We could touch it up a little bit here. Where's that flake that cut me? Look at that. Beautiful stuff that is. Look at that. Sacrifice to the Neanderthal gods. Now see. Like I was saying. So this is the crusty side. I'm so sorry, guys. Let me wipe this off real quick. You know what? This is a caveman video. A little blood don't hurt nobody. So sorry, my phone keeps pausing the video. Thankfully I caught it. Anyways, now you can see that the working edge is nearly perfect. And with that, we have a finished tool. Yeah, believe it or not, that's a finished tool. That's called a racloir. Now I'm going to go get my book so I can give you the proper terminology for it. So I'm going to pause the video purposely this time, and I'll give you the proper terminology for these tools. So I will be right back. Alright, so I consulted the archives. This would most likely be classified as a end scraper. Racloir is just a general term for all these tools, but it would be classified as an end scraper, and this would be classified as a transversal scraper. Again, the broad terminology would just be called a racloir, but nowadays they're a little more sophisticated with their labeling. Yeah. So there you go. Now a quick little thing I want to talk about. People often, well, I've been asked a lot recently, what is my end goal with practicing and studying Middle Paleolithic or Neanderthal technology, more specifically their lithics, and really, this is the end goal. Like, I want to make a Levallois core this good, this perfect. In my opinion, this is the prime of Neanderthal flint knapping. This was, this isn't real, this is a cast from a actual core found in Dordogne, France. And it dates to the time of the Neanderthals. That's just what it's called. I don't know what that means. But yeah, you can see the facets on it. You can see where they sort of crumbled the edge a little bit. Then you can see the beautiful negative scar. This would have been an absolutely perfect flake. And thankfully, however many thousand years later, we have the... Sorry about that. Phone paused again. We have this beautiful example of centripetal Levallois technology. So yeah, for all those wondering why I focus so heavily on the Middle Paleolithic, it's because I want to make something and be proud of it. Now, I have made smaller cores that are nearly identical to ones Neanderthals made. Here's one that I'm really proud of. Again, a centripetal core, classic turtle core. Beautiful flake. Only problem is, when I took it off, I blasted off all the facets, so you can't see them anymore, which is unfortunate. And then this one made out of Onondaga is one I'm proud of. It's got the facets on it. So there's one, you can't really see it too well. Let's see. Well, there's one, there's another, there's another. The only problem with this one is, like I mentioned before, there was a freeze crack, and as you can see, the flake would have come out. My Canadian accent came out there. The flake would have came out, followed there, but unfortunately there was a crusty little freeze crack right there, and it split the thing in half. But that's okay. That's still a pretty good looking core, and there is some examples of that happening to the Neanderthals. So, yeah. And that's going to do it for today's video. My battery's about to run out, so I don't want to talk too much more. This is the book I use as a reference. You can tell it's old because it was $2.50 when it came out. Francis Boards is I think he's passed away, but he was a excellent person in the field of lithic typology. And I now have some knowledge. I don't have nearly as much knowledge as Dr. Bisson, or Dr. Professor Bisson. I'm not sure what you would call him at that point. But I got some knowledge from him as well. So I'm on my way, even though I don't have any formal training. I'm on my way to my dreams. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time. Oh, one more thing. The next episode of Neander Talks will be out sometime in the next week or so. Got the hiccups, sorry. Anyways, please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye now.